Great, and thank you for your service. Thanks for being here. I think we start with the public lands rule. And I, again, want to discuss its impact on the clean energy deployment, particularly at the state and local levels. Some clean energy advocates worry that the rule is going to hinder projects if it's not properly implemented, if we don't get the right framework in place. How well you collaborate with state and local officials to ensure we continue advancing clean energy. We get to those goals in clean energy on public lands.
Senator, thanks for that question. We work very closely with our partners in the states. The Fish and Game agencies are critical to our work, informing our work about where we should avoid developing and where it's okay to develop. I think the public lands rule is going to help renewable energy development in a couple ways. Again, it's going to make, now that we are assessing all of our work against land health standards, all of our work is going to be more durable. The mitigation portion of the public lands rule that allows mitigation leasing on our public lands will give these energy development companies the ability to offset their impacts. And that kind of mitigation typically had been done on private ground, and now we have a consistent way to invest those dollars on our public ground. There's just great conservation success for mitigation, and now we get to see that success on public lands.
Great, thank you. Another issue, separate issue completely, we continue to be falling behind in securing critical minerals, essential minerals, the kinds of things we're going to need to really make a transition to a clean energy economy. Lithium, copper, I mean, we're going to need more copper than we've ever really imagined. And we're falling behind in securing supply chains for these minerals. And consistently, that's making us more and more vulnerable to our rivals like China that are investing more and making, and I think, setting up broader, larger supply chains. Given BLM's role in permitting and resource production on federal lands, how are you coordinating with the Department of Defense, for instance, or the Department of Energy to ensure reliable supply chains for our critical minerals and overall our energy security?
Senator, thanks for the question. One of the frustrations about the 1872 mining law is that we don't get to drive what kind of minerals we're going for and where. We react to proposals that come in the door. And I'm proud to say that we've permitted 5 critical mineral mines in this administration. We have another big one in the works at Rhyolite Ridge. The Thacker project is going forward, is going to produce probably 20% of the world's lithium supply. So we are working very hard to, again, get these projects done and again, make sure they're durable and stand the test of time.
Well, I appreciate that. And it's strange bedfellows in a way that people that really believe in protecting the environment recognize climate change and need to find ways to get minds open in order to protect the planet from severe change.
It's what I love about the BLM. The multiple use mission is hard, and it's why our employees are so excited to go to work every day, because they like hard things. Gluttons
for punishment, I might say. Obviously, BLM offers access to the great outdoors on many different levels. In Colorado, it's just as you know, it's a really big deal, from hiking to mountain biking to fishing to all manner of outdoor recreation. Just on BLM lands alone, we have about $1.4 billion of economic activity, which is basically about 10% of our overall $14 billion economic activity on outdoor recreation in total. But along with the abundance of great trails in the BLM lands, there's also a major need to maintain these lands. And so how is your agency responding to the growing interest in BLM lands and this risk that people are going to love them to death?
Yeah, thank you for that question. 82 million people visited our public lands last year. a record. I think that they were rediscovered in the pandemic, and folks aren't going back, which is a great thing, right? That people love their public lands they want to visit. I asked the team to put together a recreation blueprint for the 21st century to help guide our work. You know, we haven't been seen as a recreation agency, but the American public sure sees us that way. And so we're trying to catch up using this recreation blueprint to then get some state implementation plans to help guide the work. Funding is an issue. You know, for every visitor to Park Service lands, there's a $5.20 appropriated. For every visitor to Forest Service, it's about $1.70. For us, it's 79 cents. So we're doing a lot with a little, and that means we're going to have to create partnerships. Very excited about the Foundation for America's Public Lands that is helping us build those partnerships so that we can get the resources we need to take care of these lands.
Great. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for your service.
Thank you.
Senator